So
Yeah, okay, got it. Leave me alone. There we go.
speaking of speaking of playoff disappointments, are we in for another playoff disappointment? Because man, it's not looking good. The more I find out about the Rangers, the more I'm like, oh my God, we're not making it out of this round.
Well, what makes you think that? Like, what have you found out about the Rangers that makes you the most scared?
They're just stacked. You know, hey,
but they're not really though. Think about their second line. Like, really?
What? Who's their second line?
Second line is okay. Panarin, yeah.
Panarin
Strome,
kills us. He kills us.
Or Cop. Copa.
I mean, their second. Okay, so their first line is Chris Kreider, who is basically a god this year.
The Penguin killer.
AKA
the Penguin killer.
Yeah. Everybody killer. Like, why is he so much better this year?
I don't know, but he's basically unstoppable. He's what the Penguins hate. He's big. You can't do anything against him. So he's basically just going to run all over them. He's like this is a bad matchup. So yeah, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Vetrano.
Yeah, Vetrano, who doesn't score really.
I think he's also another Penguin killer. And then second line is Panarin, Strome, and Cop. Okay, and then they just casually have two like number one draft picks on our third line, Alexis Lafreniere, Châtelain, and Capocacco. Like, oh, by the way, we have these ultra talented dudes on our third line. Like, oh boy.
Well, and we have Jeff Carter.
What's wrong with Jeff Carter?
He's old. He's old.
I love big Jeff Carter. But the Rangers,
I do like him.
That is scary because those are the kind of teams that go so deep with their lines. They're the ones that make it. But you know what? People thought the Penguins were that way too. I mean, a month ago, people thought the Penguins were that way. So maybe the Rangers will cool down just as we heat back up again.
I don't know what their record has been in the past. I think that I forgot to look at that.
Yeah.
The Rangers record lately?
Yeah, their last 10. What are they?
Oh, Penguins record hasn't been that great.
No.
But didn't the Rangers have a rough record? Or was that a different team I'm thinking of? There's been so many discussions of who the Penguins are going to play that I can't keep straight. Like, wait a minute, who was this? Like, who was
Rangers? The Rangers in their last 10 are 6-4, and the Penguins in their last 10 are 5-4-1. So
it's not as lopsided as it seems.
Yeah.
The Rangers have struggled. Didn't they play a couple of real clunker games in that 6-4 streak? I think. Didn't they get murdered by somebody?
I think they've had a lot of 1-0 games where they're on the winning side or the losing side. They haven't been scoring a lot of goals, I don't think.
That's a good thing.
I think. I could be wrong.
There's that little detail of we don't have our starting goalie.
Oh my God.
We have
but
Casey DeSmith.
He's day to day though at this point, not week to week
Oh,
anymore.
is he? I missed that.
Yes.
I'm hearing possibly we might get Jari and DeSmith back for game 3, which will be perfect because we'll be down 2-0 and we'll
be 1-1. Maybe we'll be 1-1.
I'm calling 1-1.
I'm going to game 4. Man, I hope that's not the elimination game.
Oh, that's the worst. No.
No, they need to get a split in New York to have any shot at this. If they do come into game 3 down 2-0, forget about it.
Playoffs 2000, what was it? 2009, 8? No, it was 2008. We didn't win the cup, but we came. Which year was it against Detroit? They went down 2 and then they came back and won. It was 2009 when they won the cup, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Maybe that's dumb, but teams, I'm a big believer in this. The regular season ends and
it's a new
season with the playoffs. I believe that big time.
I'm on board with that completely.
I mean, look at the Penguins last year. The Penguins were kicking butt. Everyone thought they were going to breeze through the first couple rounds, and they just imploded. Jarry imploded in the first round. So
that's true.
All Jarry, unfortunately.
Oh, I was at that game. I wanted to yeah, it was terrible. But
it is terrible.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, maybe DeSmith can be some amazing, can be awesome. But it is
one game. Yeah.
It is, but it's a whole different, the playoffs are a whole different thing. But are the Penguins a playoff team though? I don't know. One thing they do have is a lot more experience than the Rangers in the playoffs. So they have that going for them.
Yeah. I mean, I think between Crosby, Letang, Carter, Malkin, I mean, that's a lot of.
The core has what it needs.
Yeah.
They have what you need to win.
Yeah.
Usually.
Speaking of the core.
Yeah.
Is this the last year we see the core together?
Did I see you tweet something like that? I never thought about that until I saw that on Twitter. Like, oh my God, this could be it for that core.
It's a real possibility that this is it.
Who do you think we lose? Letang?
No, please.
To Montreal?
I'm just going to say Malkin.
Okay. Let's talk about Malkin. Does the entire series depend on Malkin?
Yes, it does.
I think it kind of does. I think so too. Yeah.
I do too.
I think this whole thing, I think he is the X factor. I think if he can be awesome, they'll win. Then that could be the difference in winning the series. If he's horrible, that could be the difference in losing the series. If he does nothing, then they're kind of even and it's 50-50. But he can win and lose a series.
And he can't be stupid. He can't take stupid penalties.
Right.
We cannot take penalties against the Rangers.
He takes a stupid penalty in the first period of the game. You know the Penguins are probably going to lose it unless he decides to turn it around and score a couple of heroic goals.
Yeah,
you can tell at any game if he starts that way, all bets are off on the Pens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. Why does that happen? Why does the rest of the team change the way they play when Malkin is in and when Malkin is on and when Malkin is not on? I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
It's so frustrating, but you're so right. You're so it's exactly what he affects the entire team. I think because the difference between winning and losing is so close. There's such a fine line between winning and losing. And when you have somebody that's giving away the puck or taking a stupid penalty, that is the difference in winning and losing sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah. And then the other players, I mean, I don't know him, but he appears to be very, emotional guy. And those kind of people, it's very easy. I mean, like if you work with people like that, they can make or break like a day, or I mean, they can change the chemistry of a day where it's like, oh, it was a crappy day because so-and-so was, miserable.
Yeah, everything is gloomy. Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's also possible that the other team says, hey, let's get a penalty now. Let's piss off Malkin.
Yeah.
He's going to do something stupid. It's
got to be almost a strategy for the other team, like you said.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Oh, yeah.
Malkin, let's go after Malkin. Let's get him off his game. It's plain as the nose on my face to any team out there.
Yeah.
If you ruffle Malkin's feathers, the whole team gets ruffled. It's ridiculous. I can't even. There's like no words. What do you even say?
He's not 18 anymore. He needs to stop.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, we've seen this year after year after year, and basically their attitude is, well, we're not changing. It's like, okay, and that's why you keep losing playoff series, and that's why you haven't won anything lately.
I mean, what, they haven't won a playoff series since 2017. Is that correct?
That's a long time.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
That's
sad. That's pathetic.
It is.
And
His
you know
team
what?
has too much talent for that to be the case.
Now you have a new owner. The new owner is not going to put up with losing in the first round every year.
Yeah, they're used to running soccer clubs. Go Liverpool, up the Reds. Anyway.
Does Liverpool have any players that the Pens can use in the playoffs?
You know, I will give Mo Salah a call and I'll see if he'll come over.
Can he skate?
Probably not. That, you know.
You know what
Yeah,
my team is? My team is Leeds.
Leeds, I
You
know.
know
You
what?
like Leeds.
They're about to be relegated.
Oh, are they really? Oh no.
Like on Ted Lasso.
I know it's a Ted Lasso thing.
That's all I know about.
I know, I saw that.
Terrible.
And I thought of you. I'm sorry.
That's terrible. I don't want to.
But they can get back up there. We all know that from Ted Lasso.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah.
terrible.
Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso, by the way. That's
Oh my
a great
God,
show.
me too.
In real life, is it hard to get back from being relegated?
You know
Well,
what? I don't.
the thing is, when you get relegated, you lose millions of dollars. So when you lose millions of dollars, you probably lose your good players. So yeah, you could get back. There are teams in English Premier League that do that every year. They get promoted one year, then they get relegated, and they get promoted one year because you get like a big bonus for getting promoted. And so they basically play a game of it's like a financial game. So yeah,
crazy.
it is possible to get promoted again.
So much more than I'm learning than, you know, North American sports. It's such a money game. And you don't want to lose your Jamie Tart, so. Jamie Tart.
I love that. Oh my God.
But yeah, so right now, and you know, I'm hearing that, you know, losing Zucker is you know, it's not good, because not that he's good, but that like he makes the lines, you know, more stable or whatever, because
he's skating again too.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So
it's another one of those. It's another one of those emotional things, though. Almost, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he doesn't have the impact that Malkin does, but it's like, oh my God, like, you know, you hear they're all like, "Oh, Zooks is coming back, and he's doing this and he's doing that," and then he gets hurt again. Like,
I think that must be so frustrating.
Yeah.
That game in Minnesota, because you know he was all geared up to go to play in Minnesota, because that's where he got traded, and you know he gets hurt like in like the first period or whatever. It's like, gosh, poor, like he's just cursed,
and it's over and over again. It's what's wrong with him this time? We don't even know.
Yeah,
you hear the collective sigh when he goes off the ice, you know.
Yeah, we don't even know what it is.
No.
So right now the second line, so they apparently they're putting Rust back with Crosby and Gensel. Okay,
that's what I'm hearing too.
Okay, so then your second line is Malkin, Raquel, and Heinen. Oh, yeah.
I just like Raquel. I like Raquel with Sid.
Yeah,
but what about Rusty?
Exactly.
I don't care. I like Raquel. I like Rust with Malkin.
And then your third line is Carter, Kapanen, and McGinn. Like, well, and then your fourth line is Bluger, Rodriguez, and Boyle. There's a lot of players here who just are not playing well right now. And poor Bluger, apparently he hasn't been playing well since he came back from a broken jaw. You can't blame him, but still, like,
I think Boyle is an energy guy. I like that it appears they're going to leave him and not have him be the odd man out sitting. I think that his story, his energy, I don't care that he's one of the older guys, right? He's one of the older guys.
He's definitely one of the older guys.
His story is inspiring. So hopefully that will offset.
Do you think that you're just using your heart when you think about that? I mean,
Ray, how long have you known me? Do I use my everything?
Hello.
Joey knows that, and he hasn't known me nearly as long.
But
hey, I'm guilty too. I do the same thing.
I understand that, but I mean,
they
have O'Connor up now. I mean, what do we think about him?
I like him.
I don't think he's going to play.
He's kind of biggish. You don't think he's going to play?
I would love if he played.
I do like him,
but it's kind of annoying. It's like you're bringing him for the playoffs. Like you had an 82 game season and you didn't play him, but now you're bringing him into the playoffs. What is he? What is this? The secret weapon program or something
They
like
do
that?
that though.
Yeah, they always do that though. Yeah.
They totally
some
mine Wilkes-Barre and they bring all those players up.
Yeah. The Black Aces. And
I think Boyle has a chance to be because there's certain players that are just really good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, usually it's the gritty guys. So I could
Right,
see
you get your
Boyle,
Billy Guerin, you get your Matt Cullen, you get
Max Talbot.
Nick Bonino. Yeah.
Bonino.
Yeah, exactly.
Bonino.
Oh my God. Maybe they'll be
McGinn,
our
I could see being good in the playoffs.
I like McGinn.
Oh boy.
Erod needs to. I mean, I'm glad he scored that last game. He needs to. He's one that like when he was scoring all that, I was still skeptical. I'd love for him to prove me wrong. He's the one I'd be sitting.
He's getting fourth line minutes. I mean, how many minutes is he really getting?
True.
Yeah,
but still,
yeah.
The fourth line needs to be the line that keeps that, the puck out of the
They need to be an energy line, and they need to be a shutdown line. And right now it's Boyle,
and a secret
Bluger,
weapon
and Rodriguez.
line,
and the occasional goal. Yeah. You need to be a surprise goal. Yeah.
Ideally, that would be nice. Yeah. Oh boy.
But okay, you seem saddened by the whole Ranger thing, Joey, but I'd rather play them than Florida right now. Florida.
Okay,
they score about 1 billion goals a game.
Florida. It would not surprise me if Washington beat Florida.
Oh, Washington's sucking right now.
I know.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I know. But I think Florida is a classic team that on paper looks awesome and did awesome in the regular season, and then when it comes to the playoffs are in line for a huge playoff upset.
That'll be interesting.
It just feels like it.
Okay, who are you cheering for in all of the playoff series?
Okay, so let's go through the season.
Question.
So Florida and Washington, you both think Florida is going to win that?
I think Florida's going to win it, and I don't know who I want to have win. I think I hate the Capitals, but I think I want them to win that because just in case. No, we wouldn't play them though, or would we?
It depends.
It depends.
It depends because don't they get reseeded now or
something
like that? So, oh man,
okay, I'm gonna cheer for Florida.
Toronto and Tampa. Oh,
I cheer for Toronto.
I cheer for Toronto too.
I want Toronto to lose because it's just so much fun when they lose.
They've been such a downtrodden. I mean, come on.
Their media and their fans
they make such a big deal. Somebody said it perfectly. They're the Dallas Cowboys of hockey. Everybody talks about them. They're not America's team. They're Canada's team.
Yeah.
All the glitz and all the things. Yeah, it would be nice, but I mean, I could totally see at some point it's like, law of averages. At some point, they're going to win a series. They're just
ever since that series with Boston that they blew it that game where they were winning 4-0 or whatever. Ever since then,
for them,
I know. Talk about I felt like someone ripped my heart out, and I didn't even care. I know. Ever since then, I've been rooting for them to win something.
Coming back to Penguins and Rangers, it's because a lot of this is mental. That's why they can't. Yes, in theory, they could come back from a 2-0 deficit, but considering how bad the Rangers beat the Penguins in the regular season, if they win the first 2 games, it's like the Penguins are going to think, can we ever beat these guys? Because you got regular season and playoffs being losing. That's not good. So I think that's why.
Is a bigger monster than Detroit was those years we were playing Detroit. Detroit was, oh my God, let's all bow down and worship them. And we came back against them.
Yeah.
So,
and I like your optimism, Pam. I love it. Love it.
How about Carolina and Boston?
Carolina.
Yeah.
I hate Boston. Always.
I know.
I think I think that's who the Penguins would play if they beat the Rangers and Carolina wins. I think that's who they win.
Yeah.
It's because I don't want to play anybody. I don't want to play Florida, Tampa, Toronto, or Carolina.
Yes, give us the cup.
Just award us the cup.
Let's win.
Yes, let's plan that parade.
It is so stressful too. Oh my God, playoffs. It is so hard.
No other sport is like this.
I feel like I'm emotionally drained.
Yeah.
Like when we have the long, oh my God.
I love, my goodness, a long playoff run is so stressful.
It is.
It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But every other night you are going through the highs of highs and the lowest of lows.
Exactly.
And then when the game is over, you can't sleep for hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're
and
you're
on
sleep deprived.
Twitter, like looking. Yeah.
Oh, this article. Oh, this article. Oh, this article.
But it's so
awesome.
much fun. And I that's I hate to say this, but I don't if they don't ever win again, I have so many memories of all those wonderful playoff runs. I'm fine.
We're so lucky for all those.
We're very spoiled here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
but it's so much fun going through it. Just when it's like 85 degrees outside in May, and we're watching hockey. Oh man, it's just so good.
I agree.
Fingers
crossed that we make it past this round.
Yeah,
we have to.
They need to win.
Get Jari back. I want Jari back.
Here's why. First of all, I feel so bad. Yes, Jari single-handedly gave away that series last year. He needs to redeem himself. That's why I really want him back.
Completely. Yeah.
So I want him back for that. But I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, whatever. I want Jari to be back. You
know what I think, Joe? Oh, go ahead.
They should. I want them to beat the Rangers because of what Shesterkin did with the waving thing.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! What a
man!
jerk.
I want whatever game the deciding game is, and the Penguins win. I want them all the coordinated wave, the fans and the team. Just bye wavy guy, wave.
A wavy guy. I totally agree. I forgot about that.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, here's one point that could be in the Pens' favor. Imagine when Jari comes back, we'll have like this big, I think the team will feel like a little bit of an
adrenaline boost.
Yeah, boost. Definitely a boost.
Yeah.
So he comes back game 3, they'll be like, when they're going to play like awesome in front of Jari, and there you go. And then we're going to win.
Who do you like in the West?
Colorado.
Yeah, see, Colorado is another one where it's like at some point they're gonna win. At some point, like they're just too good to not win. And it's amazing that they haven't won yet.
Well, Edmonton, wow, that game.
Oh, please God, I don't want Connor McDavid to ever get a Stanley Cup. He's my Eric Lindros. I don't want him to ever get a.
So good.
You know why I went to the Penguin game
good.
by myself against Edmonton? Because even though I had stuff to do, and even though it was a crazy day, I was not going to sit there and listen. No offense, any media who may happen to listen to this, I couldn't make myself listen to the media with the Connor McDavid worship. It's unfreaking
fawn all over McDavid.
Unbearable.
I know they are.
The love fest for McDavid is sickening. And by the way, we kind of have a good player on our team too. If you media folks haven't noticed.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's up and coming, but you know what? He's been in the league like 5. Is it 5 years?
I think 7 or something like that.
Stanley Cup. Like, I'm sick of hearing about it. Go win a Stanley Cup, then we can talk about you. Lindros never won a Stanley Cup. Are we still talking about Lindros? No, we're not. No, we're not.
Oh, I hated him too.
I hated him too. I, my cousin Matthew loved Lindros. It was hard. It was hard. I tried to for him, but couldn't do it.
Nope. Never liked him.
Sorry.
That was rough.
But I do think Edmonton, I sat there and watched that game and thought, good Lord, they are fast. They are they're fast and they're strong and they're precise and they clean up their own end and they
so well.
It's I mean, yeah.
It's possible they figured it out. It's possible. But
I mean, you can build a team around a superstar like that. You can't. We've done it. How many?
It's taken them a while, but yeah.
But I mean, it kind of reminds me of Lemieux in his first, bunch of years where it was basically just him and a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see.
I won't go off on my Sid's better than Mario thing, but that's okay. Never mind. I get crap for that all the time.
I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, don't argue with me.
It's like comparing chocolate cake and banana splits or something like that. They're both
they
awesome.
get really good mixed up together. I'm just saying, but
yeah. I hate even trying to compare. I mean, even though their eras overlapped, I don't like trying to compare.
It's different.
I think they're just they're because they just play such a different game and they're
totally different. I mean, they are not even close to the same player.
But I mean, to me, Lemieux is like a superhero. So, I love Sid and I think he's awesome, but just because it's like, that's who I grew up with. I grew up. I started watching hockey because, hey, there's this dude named Lemieux that might be pretty good. And that's why I'm a Penguins fan now. So, maybe it's because, I watched them when I was a kid or something like that. But yeah, I just think they're both awesome in their own way.
They are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The comparison to even comparing McDavid to Lemieux though is I don't know. It was a different era. It is a different era. So
yeah. So
hate comparing it. So who
I
do you
also
like in the West, Joey?
you know what? I kind of like Minnesota because I want Fleury to go far. I want to see some Flower.
That would be fun. I love that.
Marc-Andre, I don't know. I just love him. I love him. Right. Who doesn't love Marc-Andre except the morons in Chicago?
Right. Well, no. I mean, who doesn't love? I mean, who doesn't love him is either the folks in the Capitals, because even if they wanted to get him, Fleury said, "I'm not going there," which was like the coolest thing ever.
He's a saint for the rest of his life. Just for that.
That is the best. Yes. That is my favorite.
So let's have a prediction. What do you see the Pens Rangers? Who wins and how many games?
I'm going to say Pens in 7.
I'm going to say Pens in 6.
I think if the Penguins turn it around, I think it'll be Pens in 6. I do. I think that potential is there. I wish I were 100%. This is gung ho great, woo! But I don't know. There's a lot of X factors.
There's just so. I mean, it's so wishful thinking, and there's so many things that have to go right. But maybe they will. And I mean, you gotta think, and I think they also have to know whether Malkin and Letang will be coming back, or they have to have some idea. And
I'm sure they do.
They have to be thinking it's like, hey, this is our last dance. This is our last ride, guys. So let's go out with a bang.
Yeah, as long as you don't get a Tristan Jarry-like moment that just kills no matter how good a game and effort there is.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I don't think the Smiths ever played a playoff game before. Maybe he'll just totally crap out.
Does he make you so nervous? I mean, I'm not like a goalie expert, but I mean, I feel like he plays so far out of the net, it drives me crazy.
He's small, and he'll do things that make you scratch your head, but then he'll also come up with some huge save or something. So it's just he's so up and down. And that's kind of the thing I like is when you have like a backup goalie or something like that. It's like maybe the team rallies around that. Maybe the team says, hey, but let's not play stupid. Let's actually play smart and protect this guy instead of just leaving him out to dry hangout or whatever.
And I think that is definitely to our advantage. I would love if they would play really responsible, smart hockey like that. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. I mean, basically they're calling Shesterkin like, not only the Vezina Trophy winner, but like the greatest goalie ever. It's like, oh, come on.
Goalies like that, you're either going to win the cup or you're headed for a fall. So let's hope he's headed for a fall.
I don't think he's had a lot of playoff experience, so who knows how he's going to do in the playoffs. Maybe the head game, maybe that'll throw him off.
Maybe. Yeah. We all know it's a different gear.
It
totally
is
different gear.
And you know what? As much as I get very frustrated with coaches like Sully who mix the lines up so much and who rely on not that you shouldn't rely on your veterans, of course you should, but I feel like sometimes the veterans get a chance too often, even if they're playing like crap. But in the playoffs, I think that pays off because of the experience. So maybe that will affect Shesterkin. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but maybe that
name's hard to say. I think I say it different every time.
I don't have it right in front of me, so I can't.
More like Sis Jerkin, am I right?
Yes, you are right. Exactly. Let's get his jerseys and cross that out and put Jerkin.
Yeah.
It's Shish Jerkin. Yeah. We're gonna call him that. Okay.
Jerkin.
Jerkin. Yeah. Shush jerk off.
That works. That totally works. That move with the waving, classless crap. Classless.
That was man.
As I say that, and I'm a huge fan of Shh by Max Talbot. So
that was the best.
It was.
That was the best.
That was classic.
It's awesome. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this was awesome.
It was.
Let's hope. Let's hope
for another one.
Let's just take this one series at a time. Let's get through this series.
You guys are going to have to text me and let me know what's going on half the time because I have a really, really busy week and I'm actually not going to get to a single game this series. So I'm not even going to get to see. I'm not going to see it tomorrow. I'm not going to see it Saturday.
We'll let you know.
Voce stuff.
Bella Voce, and then I'm going to be in Chicago.
So. We'll let you know.
Keep me posted.
All right. See you guys. We'll do our own wave. Bye.
Yeah, I know. Bye.
Jerkin.
See ya.
Bye.